Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is Sunday, July the 3rd, 2022. This is episode number 423 of your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock and in around 3 minutes. Solopreneurs, small business owners, we're into a series about how to hire a VA. I am a web designer. I've had about 4 or 5 VAs through the last 12 years. Greatest thing I ever did. Definitely continuing. Today we're going to talk about the interview process, job details, questions, and starting date and pay that you have. Now, in previous episodes, we talked about how you narrow down the applicants from 15 down to 3 based on some questionnaires that you've given them or assignments that you've done. And now you've got Zoom interviews that you're going to do. They're going to be about 15 minutes long, and this is your chance to really get to know your potential virtual assistant and discuss a few things. So here are some ideas of things that you're going to discuss during that interview process. Business tip number 1, you're going to go over the job details. I'm hiring you to answer the phone. You're going to be working on Central Standard Time, which is nighttime to you. You're going to be working 8 to 5. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be loading an Airtable, responding to emails or whatnot. Or I'm hiring you to be a web designer. You're going to be developing and building 10 websites, doing support for blah, 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 blah. You're going to go over the very specific job details for the individual, so that way they have a clear understanding of what it is that they're being hired for, what they're applying for. Business tip number 2, you are going to ask some questions. Obviously, that's what the whole process of having an interview is. You should ask questions about about their skill set, things that they've done, a little examples of the type of work that they're doing. If this last virtual assistant I interviewed for, I told her that she'd be answering the phone. I gave her a little script. I had her repeat it back to me. What does she sound like on the phone? Can she handle that? Had she done any phone work before? Et cetera, et cetera. And in addition to you asking them questions, give them the opportunity to ask you questions. That way they have a clear understanding about some things that they may be asking you about the job or whatnot. Business tip number 3, you're going to review the start date. We plan to get you, we're going to make a decision today, and over the weekend you're going to start on Monday. Does that work for you? And then you're going to go over the pay. I personally, as a business owner, pay on the 10th and the 25th, and I also pay bonuses on the 25th. You're going to go over the particular structure that you've already outlined in your job description, but just to make sure that they're on board. The purpose of the interview is twofold. So number 1, for you to feel comfortable, if I hire this person for the next 4 or 5 years, can I work with them? And number 2, can this person feel comfortable doing the job that you have for them? I would put this into a rubrics, rank them 1, 2, 3, and I would let them know usually within 24 hours of the last interview. That's what I'm learning today. Anything I learned, throw the fence to you, because I want you guys to hire a great virtual assistant. Now go back to sleep.